Hello everyone and welcome to my channel again. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this delicious homemade seasoning. This is going to be chicken seasoning. I normally don't use MSG based seasonings, so this is a great one for me and I'm sure it will be amazing for a lot of you out there. So here are the ingredients. I've got some chicken and here are the spices I'm going to be using for my chicken. So I'm going to leave the list of the spices in the description box below. You can use a variety of spices to flavor your chicken, what you prefer and what you really enjoy. So I've got my onions here and I've got some garlic. I've also got some ginger. It's a little bit dried up, so that even helps me. So here I'm just adding in my chicken into my pot and I'm going to add a bit of water in there, and then I'm going to be just pouring in my spices. I'm not going to put in any onions in here because I just want the spices just to season the chicken properly so it has a bit more flavor. So I'm just going to allow this cook until the chicken is cooked thoroughly, like properly well done. Here is the mushrooms, or here are the mushrooms I'm going to be using. English grammar, I mean. So I'm using chestnut mushrooms today. So I am just stirring my chicken and making sure everything is combined. So what I did, I ensured that the water dried out completely. So make sure that your water dries out completely, and here is the chicken, so well seasoned. I'm just going to allow this to cool down, and then I'm going over to cut my onions. So I slice them this way so that I can easily place them flat in my dehydrator. I do this with all the vegetables I am going to be using, with the garlic, ginger and all the rest. Now the reason I use chestnut mushrooms is because the flavors are really full and very meaty taste. So because I'm not using MSG, which has lots of flavor enhancing ingredients in there, I need a lot of flavor and I have to find so many different vegetables that can give me all the flavor that I need. This is why I'm using the combination of these vegetables. So here is everything. There's just a little bit of a mark on that, and I think it was a piece of vegetable. So I'm just going to take that off, and then I'm going to put this all in my dehydrator. So this is how I place them. They come in several levels. Mine has about 5 shelves. So because it doesn't really matter because we're blending everything together, so I'm just putting everything to just dehydrate. It doesn't really matter whether you put mushrooms, but if you're OCD and you really want to do it that way, fine, go ahead, be my guest, enjoy yourself. That's the whole idea. Enjoy yourself while you're cooking or whatever you're doing. So here's my chicken. I'm just going to slice this up the same way. It's cooled down and everything, so it might break up in pieces, but as long as I am able to put them on the tray without them dropping at the bottom or all the way through, then it's fine. And you want to make sure you slice as thin as possible so that your dehydrator doesn't have to do too much work. The other option is to ensure that if you have a lot of sun, you can dry this outside in the sun. So as I told you, these are my levels. I've got about 5 in the dehydrator, so I'm just going to cover this up now, and then I am going to set it on the highest setting on my dehydrator and then leave this overnight or for about 12 hours or until totally dried out. So here I have my dried out vegetables, my mushrooms. You can see it's an easy snap with some of the vegetables here, the onions. So it's completely dry. Here is the chicken, and it's very, very essential because if it's not thoroughly dried, then it would not last as long as possible. So I'm just going to blend this now, and I'm going to do this in sections. So I take a little bit of the mixture and put it in my blender and I just blitz. You can use a fine grinder or a coffee grinder if you've got one. I had a coffee grinder, but that eventually, well, broke. So I decided to use my normal blender and it works perfectly. So when you're grinding, best to start on the lowest setting, or you can pulse and then go up to the highest setting just to make it easy for your blender, or do what works best for your blender. This is how mine works, and see how fine it looks. So I keep doing this process until I finish grinding everything. So the last stage is to add these spices in because I wanted a fuller and stronger flavor. So I add white pepper, Cameroun pepper, thyme, and some red chili powder. So here is the result, and it's so nice, and I really enjoy using this to season different types of dishes. I sometimes use it in eggs. You can use it in spaghetti and whatever you like, really, and this would last you more than a week and it will stay dry. So all you need to ensure is that you put it in an airtight container. So whether you use a glass container, plastic container, or a plastic bag as you see here, ensure that it is in somewhere or a place that is dry. So thank you so much for watching again. Till next time, bye.